With me today is Dr. Cameron Carter. He's a professor in the Department of Psychiatry and Behavioral Sciences, and he's the director of the UC Davis Imaging Research Center. Welcome, Dr. Carter.
Thanks, Tom.
Maybe you can give me a description of the difference between emotional intelligence and IQ.
Sure, Tom. So regular IQ refers to your ability to use language, to crunch numbers, to do math, and to remember facts of different kinds. Emotional intelligence refers to other kinds of abilities. For instance, the ability to monitor and regulate your own emotional states, as well as the ability to simulate or imagine what other people are thinking and feeling, and make attributions about their intentions. So many of these abilities, both regular IQ and what you might consider to be emotional IQ, depend on the function of the brain, and particularly of the frontal lobes. And the frontal lobes are very sensitive, highly evolved cognitive systems, brain systems, and they really do need an optimal state to function. So to be adequately rested, to be free of drugs and alcohol and things like that affect their functioning, or to be relatively free of high levels of emotional excitement or stress, are all conditions that are really needed in order for those frontal lobes to function well.
Is there any evidence that optimism is a healthier outlook than, say, concern or fear for the future or fear of your boss? Or
I think there's lots of evidence in individual differences research that our optimism is associated with people being happier, healthier, functioning more effectively, dealing with adversity more effectively, having more resilience during the tough times, and actually even having better health outcomes, being less at risk for heart disease and cancer and all those. So the notion of an emotional intelligence, like IQ, sort of implies that people come into this world with a set of abilities and they either have it or they don't. I think there's lots of evidence that one can cultivate these abilities through experience, training. We've come to see that some of the core abilities that go into IQ, for instance, people's ability to use attention, or their ability to keep information in short-term memory, which very much predict individual differences in IQ, can actually be trained and improved. And there are training studies and also now functional imaging studies that show that you can actually enhance brain function with training. And so I think it opens the question whether or not these sort of abilities that we have, that we're born with, are things that are fixed, qualities that can't be changed, or whether, as we're getting smarter as a species, we may well be in the position to be able to teach people to improve on those abilities. One of the interesting things that has happened is that IQ, of course, has been going up, and there's an association between access to video games and a higher IQ, suggesting just that if you do certain exercises with your brain and use certain abilities, they'll actually develop and become more robust. And so I think it's quite likely that both for regular intelligence and also for emotional intelligence, that a systematic approach where you focus in on the particular area that you want to try to cultivate and improve can actually lead to improvement.
Last question then. Do you consider Deep Purple heavy metal, and can you play Smoke on the Water?
I consider Deep Purple to be folk music, and I can play Smoke on the Water.
How about the didgeridoo? Can you play the didgeridoo?
I do play the didgeridoo.
Can you do that for us now?
I can.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.